And I've seen a lot of cops, I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all of the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've built a lot of women who refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money, and whatever else you bring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Guitar Players Planet. 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 Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of new. another lost lone ranger. Can I break this spell? If I do one thing right, I may do two things wrong. If I walk that fine line, I will always take the fall. Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fire going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money whatever spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the land of the new. Way
There we go. There we go. Good evening, everybody. What's going on? We finally made it. Sorry we're late.
Yes.
And as you can see, there's only two of us tonight. Unfortunately, there was an issue. Everything's fine. Peter's fine, but you got us two tonight. So yeah. So let's see. Just so I have a Sky and Tell subscription, the regular magazine and the digital. I have them both,
Yeah.
and so I haven't gotten them in a while. I haven't gotten them in months. So I'm sitting there, and I'm looking, and I go in my mailbox today, and I see one. So it came. So I'm like, what the hell? It's all here. And my wife goes, oh, yeah. I've been collecting them over here for months. So now I have four brand new Sky and Tell magazines, including the one that just came out. All the other ones that I haven't read over the past 3 months, and I've been trying to find out. I've been doing it on digital. They've been sitting on the kitchen countertop since, let's see, July, October, September, November. So since July. So
Lovely.
yeah, so I got a lot of back reading to do.
Yeah.
So how's it going?
Yes. Things are good. Yeah. Jim says hello. Suburban Astronomer says greetings.
Ah,
And
man, I
of
was
course,
gonna
Mark
go
Ellis.
tonight. I was gonna go to Robert Moses tonight, and I was gonna do like an on location thing, but I didn't do it because I thought we were gonna do some stuff on the show tonight. And we're just gonna kind of wing this tonight, and we're gonna throw this to everybody a little bit. We'll talk a little bit about some imaging and that kind of stuff, but we're gonna wing this one tonight. Um, let's see. Yeah, so Jim, hey, hello. Did it die? I don't know. Okay, that's mine. Anyway, so what you been up to, Scott? I haven't seen you in about 48 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been just dealing with house issues, and it'll be really good when this whole thing is done and over with, and we can move on.
Down
And
in the
so
Sunshine State.
yeah, yeah, little bits at a time. And so we've been dealing with just some repair issues and this and that, just trying to bring things current. And
Okay, well,
but
that
things
comes with
are
the
things are
territory.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that comes with the territory. So I wish we and maybe some. I'll throw this out to the Dan is muted. Is that true? Am I muted? I don't think so. Oh,
Uh,
no, I'm on there. I hear myself. Okay, no, I don't know. Somebody's late to the party. That must be Mark. Mark went to the store. Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So, where the hell was I going with that? I don't even remember. I'm losing my mind tonight. It's been interesting. I'm so excited tomorrow. I'm a big hockey fan, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm going on a special tour tomorrow to the UBS Arena, which is the Islanders' new arena. Um, Tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So I'll be I'll be doing that. That's good. That's gonna be very interesting. My audio is very low. Well, that I can fix. That I can fix. That's okay. I can do that. Give me a second. My audio's. Oh yeah. Look at that. There you go. Now you can hear me. All right.
Okay.
I hear Scott
Pete
just
sends
went.
along his apologies. He really is. He's really in neck deep with this plane wave wedge issue. It's apparently he's got a customer that's very unhappy. So
Yeah, so he's got to take care of business, and
yep.
that's great. And I understand that. And, he is on West Coast time, so he is still open at the store. It's only 5:15 over there. So,
Yeah.
so uh, maybe if he's going to be on normally on Friday nights, maybe we push it an hour a little later. I
Hmm.
don't know. We could think about that. Um, Red Wings. No Red Wings, man. The the days of Eiserman are over. They're over. And Scotty Bowman, they're all gone. So, but anyway, so yeah, so I know a lot of the people that are on the show know this. I got some new purchases. I got my EQ8R. Right now, I'm actually imaging right now, and I gotta tell you, I started the Nina sequence at 7 o'clock, and it was told to wait and do certain things at the certain times, and it went off without a hitch, man. I mean, so one of the things that's great about Nina that I'm finding is that I could hit play on the sequence and leave the house. I don't have to worry about anything. I could just leave the house, and but when we set the time in the advanced sequencer, it'll start the sequence at that time and run through the whole thing. So I don't have to
Yeah.
hit there, stay there, and hit run sequence.
Right.
I hit play and it'll start when it's like setting an alarm. You just hit the play. It's really cool. It's really cool. So I'm liking Nina more and more as I get used to it. I get some input from a whole bunch of people. Scott, Sean Nielsen, Ron Brucher. Those guys have helped me out immensely. So if you ever want to know anything about Nina, Sean has a ton of videos regarding Nina. Check it out. I mean, he's really good with it.
Visible dark.
Yep, visibledark.ca if you want the website. That's CA for Canada. He's in Canada. So I told you I got the EQ8R. The
Yep.
pier plate came in. And, I'm going to throw this out to the people out there. I don't know if anybody has done side-by-side imaging. I have never had a mount that's been capable of doing side-by-side setups. So I got this yesterday. This is new dovetail. Prima Luce Lab, the 495. It's the longest one they make. And then what I'm going to be planning on doing is putting the 127 on this side and the 80 on this side. Any thoughts on that? Let me know. There you go.
For some reason, it dropped me. I don't know why.
What's up? What happened?
I don't know. It just dropped me.
Your audio disappeared. It was weird.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
see what I was showing everybody? Or?
No, I missed it completely. You
Oh,
said
wow.
I got this, and bingo, I was gone.
So I got this.
The dovetail bar.
This is a 495 dovetail.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to be doing side by side imaging with this. So I'm going to have the 127 on one side and the 80 on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to know people's thoughts on that. Is this not long enough? If it is long enough, let me know. It should be long enough. I think it's going to be fine. But basically, I also have a dual clamp, which I'm going to be using on both of these. I have a clamp here and a clamp here. Put each scope on each side. And then the mount will be here. And in between, I'm going to lay the eagle flat this way so I could run the wires across the dovetail. So that's the plan. I don't know. I've never done side by side. This is new territory for me. I think it's going to be awesome. So I could able to do narrowband with the 127 and get my RGB data for the stars using my 294 and the 80 on the other side at the same time, using the same guide scope, using the same eagle, using and that's it. I'll just be running 2 instances of Nina, and that's it, and we'll do it that way. So
Yeah. People already asking questions. Flexure. How's the stiffness on that thing? Is it?
So I spoke to Tom Bramwell tonight regarding if this is going to hold. I've never done this before. I mean, it's only 18 pounds. So I mean, the scope's only 18 pounds. So I'm gonna test it out. I'm gonna see, and more details to come. Because
Okay.
again, like I said, this is I didn't want to do. We got 2 great nights coming in, so I didn't want to take the 8R off the pier, the 6R off the pier. Put the 8R. Something goes wrong, and now I'm out 2 nights of imaging. So that being said, right now I'm actually imaging the Wizard Nebula. I started the sequence already, and if you want, I can kind of show it to you. I think if I could do this right. Let's minimize this guy. And let's minimize this guy. And oh, it's actually doing an autofocus right now, but we could do somebody's. I think somebody's. Yeah, somebody texted me. Not important. And where's my desktop capture? There it is. And display 2. That's weird. That's weird. It's only giving me, because I got a 4K monitor on one side. I'm going to have to do it on this side. All right, so let's see. We'll bring it on over here. There we go. All right, so we'll do. Sorry, guys, a little technical malfunction here. Display 1. Display 2. There we go. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And there we go. All right, so, and there's my eagle, and let's minimize that. We'll bring up Nina, and if you take a look, this is what I did. Like, so I pressed play at like 7 o'clock, and if you look at my startup sequence, and I had some help setting this up, it waited till the sun was 5 degrees or lower. And then it started cooling, and then it waited to 0 degrees or lower, and then it cooled some more. So the reason why that's set up that way is because if it cools down too fast, you have the potential of getting dew, and you don't want any moisture inside your chip and all that kind of stuff. Good.
No, I was saying, yeah, that's true. Eric is finding that out really, really, really in a bad way right now.
Yeah, and the ZWOs in general are having issues with that. If you don't have the whatchamacallit, the interior dew heater that the 2600 and the 6200
Yep.
come with, then a lot of people are having issues with that, especially because when the fan turns on, it just turns on and it goes full blast. And
Yep.
that's one of the main things. That's one of the things we were talking about the other night on the show on Wednesday night. And we were talking about that. And I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to us. Okay. That's when we were talking about incremental cooling.
Mhm.
And so that may or may not help the ZWO cameras. But I think if you space it out in a slower period of time, instead of just going into a blast chiller, then it may alleviate some of the dew. It may just my brain be thinking like that. But I mean, I think
Yeah, I
the logic
typically
is
take.
sound.
I was taking 10. I think the fastest I cooled the camera down was 10 minutes. I think it was more often it was 15
Yep.
to cool the camera down because I didn't want it to drop too fast.
Yeah.
But even with that, I mean, the 2600 has the,
Built-in
like
dew.
you said, it has the dew heater built into it. So, but still, 10 minutes seemed to work fine for the 2600.
You know what the funny thing is? Is that I've been talking so much that I'm already on the O3. And I don't have much to show. So let me see if I could open up what I'm doing here. Astro Acquisition, Wizard Nebula, Light, and H Alpha.
You save into a stick?
No, I save right to the Eagle. and then I transpose it or transfer it to a thumb drive later. I just find that it's quicker to do that.
Hmm.
That's just me though.
Yeah. Yep.
And let's see if I can show you in PixInsight. There we go. And we'll do a hide. And that's one shot. If I could, here you go. That's one shot of the wizard. There you go. And there it is. That's the first one.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, I have. I don't even know how much I have. If I go into my Astro acquisition and raw data and FCD 100. There we go. Wizard Nebula. So I have 95-minute shots right now. That's 450 minutes. So that's what, 7.5 hours, something like that.
Hmm.
And I'll probably get close to 10 tonight. You know, another 3 tonight or 4, and so that'll put me in a nice spot, like 11 hours. I think that's a decent place to be to start looking at the image. I haven't even looked at it yet, and to see where we're at as far as that's concerned. But
Is that with an auto stretch?
oh yeah, that's a STF auto stretch,
Hmm. Yeah.
total raw shot. But hey,
Yeah.
you know, not bad. I
Hey,
like
dense
this.
starfield.
What's that?
I
You
said
know what?
it's a fairly dense starfield.
You'd be surprised how much of that is hot pixels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a lot of hot pixels on this camera. If I let's see if I could do something real quick on. It's not a lot. There's quite a bit of stars, but if I could do something really quick, let's see. I think we got some new people on here. Hold on. Let's see. We got Beatrice is here. Hey, how you doing, Beatrice? Norm Hughes, how you doing, Norm?
Yep. No.
What's going on? Jim Zastro, yeah. Beatrice, Norm. All right. Got some peoples here. So yeah, so we're just looking at something as far as the Wizard Nebula is concerned, and you know with this
Beatrice.
camera, go ahead.
No, I was just commenting to the people in chat. I'm just saying hi. They're saying hi.
They're saying hi.
Everybody's saying hi.
That's good. We just started. So if you take a look at this, and if I kind of do a little bit of finagling really quick. Let's see, all processes. Let's see, where is it? All processes. I guess I still use all processes. Where is it?
This
Yeah,
is PI.
there you go. Yeah, it's PixInsight. Add files. Let's see. We'll just do the first one, and then we'll use an auto detect, and we'll do a preview. Okay, so if you take a look at this picture, and I'll make this a little bit. I'll make a preview of the preview. If you don't know how to make a preview of the preview, this box right here gives you a nice little. If you want another preview of the real-time preview, there you go. A lot of people forget how to use that. So now if I start to kind of lower this a little bit, actually it's not that bad. I'm looking at the hot pixels in that area. There's not a lot. The one thing I am worried about with this is this column here, and that I use
Yeah.
cosmetic correction on, so that I have set for that.
Yeah.
But if I open up my, let's see, if I open up my my icons, open recent icon file. Oh, I'm on the Eagle. That's why. All right. I won't do it on here. Anyway, well, I'll get it set up and we'll talk about that later. Um, but there is quite a bit of hot pixels on there.
Hmm.
It's not in the grand scheme of things. It's not a lot of pixels because I got a 16-bit camera. It's an APS-H, so it's huge. So the surface is quite big. So I'm not so worried about it. But I'm loving this camera. I got to thank Ron Breacher for letting it go and let me um, grab it from him, you
Yeah,
know, for a price. But
for a price.
hey,
Always for a price.
yeah. So um, let's see.
Yeah.
Norm Hughes doing good. Jim Zastro. Mark Ellis is in and out. Looking for some documentation on stuff. Cool, Dan. I didn't know you could do a preview. Yeah, so check it out. But here's the thing, and I'm gonna show this real quick with this, and I'm gonna boot up PixInsight on my real computer. So give me 1 second to boot this up, and you'll see something else. And there's something that a lot of people do by accident when they use that. Um, and I'll file, I'll open recent, and was it there? We'll do that. We'll do a stretch. Okay. And I'll do cosmetic correction. Okay. And Frank, what's up, man? I keep on seeing your scope. If you don't pick it up, I'm gonna buy it myself. And well, I'm just gonna set this up for cosmetic. Don't get me wrong. I just got a brand new monitor, so my resolution may be a little bit screwed up right now. So just be patient with me a little bit. I just put it up today. I got a 4K monitor, and let's see,
Yeah, I
QHY.
can answer Jim's question.
Yeah.
So he's asking, he says, what lens would you recommend for wide angle Milky Way photo?
Ooh,
Um,
that's a
you
good
know,
question.
I think that a good sweet spot, would be somewhere around 20 millimeter. Um, I think that if you go any wider than that, you're going to get some real, funky effects in the corners. Um, you know, 20 seems to be pretty good. You could probably take it out to 24. Um, I would probably also go with a prime. I wouldn't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I wouldn't do a telephoto. Um, I would stay with a prime, um, unless you've got a really really good telephoto. I've got a 14 to 24 that is an excellent wide angle lens, Nikon f2.8, and it performs pretty well. But if you have the option to get a telephoto or a prime, and you're just going to use it for this kind of photography, stay with a prime. I love my prime lenses, man. I have no problem at all being the telephoto. Moving in and out and then doing this and that. But for what you're after, yeah, something between 20 and 24 millimeter would be really a nice sweet spot. And if you're looking for Nikon, or Canon, you can get their lenses are excellent, but also the Sigma lenses are phenomenal. The
Yep.
Sigma Art lenses are phenomenal. The Tamron lenses are really a nice lens. I don't personally own any Tamron lenses, but I've used them before. I do have some Sigma lenses, and I've got a lot of Nikon glass.
I'm just trying to set this up real quick. I'm trying to find there's a wasn't okay, so and I'll stretch that. So all right, so I got this set up. Um, and I don't know why it keeps on doing that with the cosmetic correction, but um,
Yeah,
something to
what
do with.
body are you using, Jim? What size sensor on your camera? Is it a full frame? Is it an APS-C? Is it a 4/3?
Yes, everyone's talking about the Sigma art stuff. Yeah, those are really good stuff. Those
Oh,
lenses.
some of my best portrait work that I've ever done is with the Sigma Art 85,
Yeah, well, I can't
the
wait,
the
and I know it.
f1.4 85.
Yeah, I know it's in a different class, but I can't wait because our buddy Tyler lent me in order to test the RA clip-in. He gave me, I'm sorry, the Canon clip-in L Pro. It's for the full frame cameras.
Hmm.
He gave me an RA and an R6, but in the box also that he sent me was the Rokinon 14 and the 135. So
Mm,
I can't wait to try the 14 on some Milky Way right through Deneb, maybe, through Cygnus. Try it over
yeah.
there. I think that's going to be really cool. So, and again, don't get me wrong, it's Sigma Art lenses are a different class of lens than the Rokinon. But Rokinon, they get some, for the price that you pay for Rokinon, you get some decent results.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love my 85 millimeter Sigma Art. It's a monster piece of glass. I mean, it's just like a huge eyeball of glass looking at you.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
Hey, it's awesome. And sooner or later, I'm gonna set up my all sky. I got 15 all sky cameras from ZWO because they just come with them. So eventually what I'm gonna be doing is I'll just leave one outside on my
Hmm.
roof, and point up, or leave it on the pier and just point up and just see what we got. Get some time lapse going. Yeah, so yeah, Beatrice has the Sam Yang, which is, same thing, just rebranded. But yeah, check this out. And since Beatrice actually brought up something good regarding the preview within the preview,
Hmm.
since that's the case, and we'll talk about that real quick, because there is a little it's a little tricky because you got some new icons down there, and you're gonna have to excuse my resolution. It looks really weird, but we could deal with it. But here you go. So here's the image of the Wizard Nebula that I have right here, and I know it's all cut off, and I gotta figure it out. Don't worry, that's on me. But here's the preview. Okay, so the preview is here, and then to do the preview of the preview, you click that button there, and let's say you just want that. Okay, so now you got your preview within a preview, and you could even do a preview within a preview within a preview. Now, what happens when I want to go back? Okay, now you got two more icons here. So now you got a back and a forward here to swap in between previews. So now you're at the first, the second, and the third.
Hmm.
Okay, and that's a really, really, because before I think it's 1.8.5. When 1.8.6 came out, they added this in one of the releases. And, I always wanted to get closer in a preview without zooming in.
Hmm.
And they added it. So it was pretty cool. And,
Yeah.
uh, and then this is a full preview. You know, so when you go forward, you can do a full preview like that.
Well, one of the big things about that is that it's all non-destructive.
That's the whole thing. When you zoom in, you're ruining it. You know, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. The ability to have non-destructive, application, within, certain software. I mean, that's just a game changer when you can mess
absolutely.
around and you don't have to worry about, you can always just go back to what you were working on. Yeah, it's a game changer.
Yeah, I mean it's really really cool. Um, I'm just hoping that this side by side thing works out. I really do. I don't think the flexure is gonna be a big deal. I mean, this thing's pretty solid. I'm not too worried about it. If it was like I mean, if it was like a 10-inch Schmidt or something, I'd be worried about that. But I mean, this is, I mean, I'm not too worried about it, and it's going to be even more or less evenly weighted on both sides. I'm going to add some stuff on the 80 side to kind of even out the weight, but because the 80 and the 127, I got to put the
Different
lunt
weight.
on there or something like that because
Yeah.
I got the lunt 50, but I don't want to have to do that all the time, so I'll have to figure out something else. You know what I mean? The lunt's only going to be on there for solar, and am I really going to
Right.
set up all three scopes to just do solar? Nah, probably not.
Yeah. Well, what's the differential between the two scopes? Oh, the one weighs 18 pounds, the other one weighs.
Well, it's like the 80's like half, so I mean it's 8.5 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
So
You may need to get some a dovetail bracket that can support a weight, so you can put that on the on the lighter side.
yeah, and what I might also do is I might put the whole eagle under the 80 to add a little
Mm,
weight,
hmm
all the cable weight and everything, all
hmm
that. So I'll figure it out. It's not going to be that big of a deal, but it's going to be a cool little project. That's definitely this weekend. I'm going to kind of figure that out. So
Yeah, I can see you down the road having two 8-inch Schmitts side by side, like binoculars.
yeah, yeah. And Mark said AMD makes a counterweight that you can put on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I have the clampable kind of dovetail AMD thing with the twisty weight. So it's usually for
hmm
Schmitz, I think. It's got like a Losmandi clamp with a threaded rod and a twisty. I have a bunch of weights that I could use for that. So, and then once
Yeah.
I get it settled, it'll be fine. Getting ADM dovetail weight. And then George said the same thing. So now you're gonna make me. You want an ADM weight? Yeah, we'll go into the closet of death and
ADM weights.
let's see. And we'll go
Yeah,
in
I
here.
got some of the very last ADM stainless steel
There you
weights
go.
before they discontinued them.
That's the first one. Hold on. You want ADM weights? Hold on, I got more. Here's another one. It's still in
Yeah.
the bag. I haven't even used it. Hold on, hold on. I got one more. There you go.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
ADM.
There you go. There's another one. Still in the
Yep.
bag. Another one. So I bought these. I don't even know why. And now I
hmm
just got to get the one with the. There's
And
a.
now you got a reason to use them.
Yep. Well, now I'm gonna have to use them. So I got two 3.5s and a 1.75. So that'll be more than enough. I mean, I
Yeah,
think
I've seen his channel, Jim, the guy that's got the dual Rosses
oh
like that.
yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that. Yeah, it's crazy.
it's pretty wild.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, you can run luminance and um, or RGB and narrowband, at the same time. Two
yeah, and
scopes.
and that's my
Pretty cool.
plan as well to do the narrowband
hmm
stuff with the 127, and
hmm
then the 80 will grab the RGB star data and
Yeah.
pop it right on there, and then I'm good to go.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, and I can foresee in the future doing something with refractors, like a 132, or dual 132s,
Yeah.
sitting, side by side on that rainbow mount.
Yep.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fabulous.
That'd be
Fabulous.
freaking amazing.
And then I got the other project that I got going with my third EAF. I got the ASI Air Plus over there. I'm getting a setup made by Deep Sky Dad.
hmm
And so it's going to be this nice compact with the 294 and camera lenses.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry. I have this from the last show. We're sitting right here. It's a cheap lens. It's a 28 millimeter 1.8 Canon.
hmm
I got my 200L, of course, which is an awesome lens that I'll be using. And eventually I'm going to pull the trigger on the 135 to get something in the middle. You know.
Yeah. Yep. I was looking at pictures of that new mount that you've got. It's kind of deceptive in the pictures as to the size until you get to the picture that shows it
With a person.
The person, yeah, but I was thinking more of the keypad. You know, when
Yep.
you see it with the keypad in front, and you realize how big a keypad is, and it's okay, so that's a big mount.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the box is huge. I mean I'll pull it up. EQ
What does it weigh? Is it like 50 pounds?
50 pounds.
60
Yeah.
pounds? 50 pounds.
Yep.
That's very similar to the Celestron
Yeah,
in
but
weight-wise.
you know,
Weight-wise.
yeah, but it's also 50 pounds, but holds 110.
Yeah,
I mean, as opposed to 50 pounds and holds 75.
right. Exactly.
And if you look at, let's see if I can grab an image, and let's see if I can get an image with the person. Let's see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it?
Not for nothing, Mark. The Rainbow Astro maxes out at 110 as well.
So what's that?
I said the Rainbow Astro maxes out at 110 as well.
Yeah, but it only weighs 15 pounds.
Yeah, it's tiny.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, it weighs 8 kilos.
Yeah, so what is that? 17 pounds?
Yeah. It's about 17, 18 pounds, yeah.
All right, so let's see, I got it over
It's like picking up a bowling ball,
Yeah,
you know, a big bowling ball.
yeah. Well, no, 16 pounds is your regular bowling ball.
Yep.
You surprised I knew that?
Yeah, not at all. You look like a bowler.
And, yeah, whatever.
No bowling for you? No
No,
bowling for
no.
no bowling for you?
I'm like that guy from Kingpin.
Oh God.
That what is that you know what? I'll get a 300, but I do everything 3 times what everybody does. So instead of 10 frames, I shoot 30.
Right.
You know. So yeah, here's the EQ8R. There you go. So that's it. I'm not getting the pier bottom. I just got the head and the counterweights.
Yeah.
And you know, and that's it. So
Yeah,
that's
and you can see how big it is with that keypad sitting next to it.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
And
that's yeah.
even
it's a big
even the
mount.
counterweight bar is ridiculous. So I mean, it's
Yeah.
interesting. One of the cool things about the EQ8R, if I could, I'm on the wrong page. Here we go. And that's with the tri-pier. And if
Yeah.
I can find, it's got 3 tightening knobs, which is cool. I think that's awesome because it's lots more stabler. Stabler? Isn't that the guy from anyway, what's that? Law and Order? And it
Yeah.
doesn't show any close-ups.
No.
That's as close as I can
That's
get on
okay.
this.
Yeah, I can see the
Control
dovetail knobs.
plus. Really? Okay.
Is that the Skywatcher tri-pier, or is that somebody
Yep.
else's?
Nope. That's all Skywatcher.
That's theirs.
Yep. And
Nope.
it's got what
Not
it
gonna let
does
you do it.
have. It's got the USB hub in the back, so you got a bunch of USB ports in there. You got power coming out the back.
Yeah.
It is 16 volt. So you're gonna have to use, you know, either 120 or a Gold Zero or some heavy duty battery that you're gonna be able to power this thing.
Right.
So I'm gonna be 120 anyway with the AC power adapter.
Right. With the adapter.
Yeah. So that's not the problem. I'm just hoping that this whole side by side thing works out. That's all I hope. You know, I'm kind of nervous, like
Well-
with a lot of other people with flexure and stuff like that. But I spoke to people that do side by side with this dovetail, and
Nothing.
no problem with heavier telescopes. with
Yeah.
like Takahashi's, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Not like you're
everyone,
putting 211s up there.
no, no, I'm putting total on it. What is it? 40 pounds maybe,
Yeah, that should be
you
more
know.
than adequate.
So I'm not
Yeah.
worried about it. And oh, so
You
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you might want to also make sure that you adjust your stops. Because you're going to be this wide.
What do you mean adjust your stops?
You're yeah where where your the critical stop. Where the mount won't move any further,
Right. I
so that
think
your
there
scopes don't
is.
crash into
Yeah,
things.
I think there is a setting in the hand
Hmm.
controller when you set
Hmm.
it. Somebody was telling me that you set it at 90 degrees, and then that'll override your stops. I hope. I'm gonna have to kind of pay attention to that. I
Yeah.
already spoke to Ron Breacher, who does a lot of side-by-side imaging. Not necessarily with this mount because he has a different mount, but he knows the theory behind it. So he's actually gonna hang out with me one night and tweak the setup. So
Nice.
yeah, I appreciate that. Guy helps me out a lot. They all help me out. Everyone helps me out a lot. You know, I mean, I can't
Isn't
say
he in Canada?
yeah, yep, Guelph, Ontario.
Yeah, I was going to say he's got a bit of a drive to come to you.
No, he ain't coming to me. He's not coming to me. It's gonna be a Zoom meeting, but
Oh! When you said hang out, I thought you meant
oh
literally,
yeah,
like
he's coming
beers on the
down to Long
porch.
Island, have some beer, and that's it. I'm gonna get my drinking toque on, and I'm gonna start singing strange brew songs, you know.
Oh
Uh,
God, it's gonna be like surreal from Monty Python. Watch
oh
out now.
God, no. Hey, don't mess with my Bob and Doug McKenzie, man. Rick Moranis was a star from that, so
Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it.
telling you.
He's
Jim
coming
Vash,
back, by the way. Did you hear that?
coming back to what?
He's coming back. I heard some scuttlebutt that Rick Moranis is coming back to do another installment of the
Honey, I
Honey I
Shrunk. Oh
think it's the
no,
Honey I Shrunk the
I think I
series. Yeah,
heard that.
yeah,
I think I heard that
yeah.
somewhere. I don't know. It wasn't really a. The first one was good. Everything else was kind of like a little, a little mooch. I don't know.
Yeah.
A plethora of USB. Chris, yeah. Start playing quarterback. Oh, jeez. Or
Quarterbacks.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
what was that? What was that in Strange Brew when they go into the brewery with the mouse in the bottle? I got this mouse in the bottle, and if you don't give me a case of beer, I'm gonna sue.
Uh-huh.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. And as I start talking about Strange Brew, we just drop viewers like a rock. It's great. It's
Isn't that
but
wild?
but um but yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put that up probably Sunday. Because we're getting some really cruddy weather coming in. So
Mm.
I didn't want to take apart my whole gear when, believe it or not, we got 2 good days back to back coming, meeting yesterday or tonight and tomorrow, and so that's why my EQ8R is sitting in my patio. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Dan just sent you a pic of the Edge 11 mounted on my EQ8. Now it's Mark Ellis. Let's see. Let's see what Mark Ellis has got going on. Got Heart and Soul from Astrophotography. I didn't get it yet. I don't know where he sent it though. Maybe he sent it to. Oh, Mark, you can't put it on. You can't put that on Facebook. Come on. Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get there. I'll get it for you. Hold on a second. Facebook.
Yeah, I've seen that picture, that setup he's got.
Mark Ellis.
Yeah, he said Messenger.
Yeah, I know it's Messenger.
Yeah.
And so this is Mark's setup. That's Mark's setup, and I'll get off
Oh,
the email. There we go. And so that's an 11 on the so just to give you a sheer
oh
what
yeah.
what this mount is going to be like. I mean, this thing is going to be a beast.
Yeah.
And you know what the whole thing is, and once I get it set that the mount is even if it's side by side, I don't think it would crash in to anything because it's gonna be further out to the sides and
You
not.
just want to make sure is all.
Yeah. I'll definitely like swing it one side, swing it the other side, go horizon to horizon. But I don't think that's going to be an issue. At least I don't think it's going to be an issue. As a matter of fact, I thought I would get more clearance with the 127 because at horizon, right now, I'm literally like an inch away from the pier with the camera.
Mhm.
I'm that close to the pier with the camera at horizon. And now that the scope will be moved one way over, it'll be like a half a foot over. It'll be a half foot away from the mount.
Mm.
So at least that's my thought in my head. Could not work in practicality, but we'll see.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
what do we got? We got
Nice.
anything on the in the chat box there?
Looks like my 8 on the CM60. Yeah.
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 Look how high up those weights are. That mount is a beast. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you got to remember though those weights are also 22 pounds each.
Yeah.
So,
And they are a fair ways down.
oh well,
22 pounds each. They're still quite a ways down. They're halfway or more.
yeah, the bottom one's halfway,
Yeah.
but still,
Yeah.
I mean that dew shield, that aluminum dew shield, doesn't help you either. So,
That thing only weighs 2 pounds.
well, yeah,
3
but
pounds maybe.
3 pounds on the front of the scope.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's a little something to think about. I'm happy with my sliding dew shield. But that's a
Yeah.
great. That's a great. Great rig shot. That's pretty cool. What happened, Tom?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, so I'm still doing the wizard, and I'm still doing the so guess I don't know if I don't remember if I said it on Wednesday, um but we got the writer of APT. I spoke to him today. It's going to be a little bit later, probably closer to Thanksgiving,
Hmm.
because he's still finishing up the new release of 3.9 APT. So that's hopefully going to be coming out by the end of the year. For those of you that are APT users, you're in for a treat. So we're going to have um, I'm, I'm not even going to pronounce his name. The guy from APT. When I see him, I'll
Yeah.
find out how to pronounce his name for once because I keep on butchering it, so I'm not going to butcher it anymore. And then on the 17th of November, we have Warren Keller coming on to hang out with us. And the Christmas show, we're going to have Amy Astro is going to come on with us and I locked the date with her. December 17th is going to be the date
Nice.
for that. And to ring in the new year, and this is something you don't know, to ring in the new year, we will have, hopefully by the end of January, it'll be a recorded video, so it'll be partially recorded. Um, we are going to hopefully, if we could swing it, Tom Bramwell and Filippo from Italy,
Oh,
from
nice.
Primaluce. And we're going to have a partially recorded video of him hanging out. And so he's definitely into it too. So we're booked up until February. So if anybody wants to come on and be a guest, Show us what you got, man. The more the merrier with this. So I mean, it's lots of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've been
Chris is
working.
saying you
Go ahead.
need the front weight on the SCT or way out way into the dovetail. Yeah,
What was that?
yeah. Chris Freakson,
Yeah.
Freak Freakerson, Frackerson, Frackerson,
Freer
Freakerson,
skin.
Freakerskin. Forgive me for butchering the name. Goodness.
I probably just butchered
Yeah,
it too, but
but you
Chris
need
takes some
to.
great
Yeah,
images. So
yeah, yep, yeah. Balancing is it's definitely an interesting chore, especially when you start throwing stuff up on your rig.
I am gonna hate bringing down. I gotta show you the EQ6R, and I'm gonna show this to you because I mean, here you go. That's my guiding right now. 0.29.
Nice.
It was at 0.28 right before but I was like, holy cow. I mean, this is some of the best guiding I've been getting over the past couple of weeks with this mount has been awesome. Now, just so, oh, what just happened? Oh, it's plate solving something. Okay, that's why. So it just flipped over. Um, but just so you know, in New York, there's no reason for me to be guiding at that rate. There's no reason for it.
Yeah.
Because the seeing is so bad that great guiding is not necessary. As long as you're guiding lower than you're seeing and the stars around, don't go crazy with the number. I just like having a low number, just like golf. I like having a low number, even though I suck at golf. I like to be under 100. I'll be a happy guy. But I mean, I'm so happy we got 2 full days of imaging because this is gonna go all night. I already have how many? 9? Let's see. I can't see. I can't see yet because it's plate solving, so I can't see where I'm at. So let's see. Um, oh, it already looped. So 369 times by 5. I got 45 minutes of data, and
Hmm.
it's 9 o'clock already. so I'm loving this because I hate the summertime. I don't care. Daylight saving times be damned. Be damned. I don't want it
Yeah.
anymore. I want to move to a place that the clock doesn't move ever. But what are you gonna
Yeah.
do?
Yeah. Daylight savings time. I think the best description I ever heard was from an American Indian. I think it was a chief. He said it's like taking your blanket and cutting off the bottom 3 inches and
Right.
sewing it onto the top.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's like it doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. It's to make up whatever the Julian date or whatever the Julian date and time because the time
Yeah.
is they're getting so specific with the atomic clocks and everything and me who cares 1 hour doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. Suburban says he's getting 0.27 down here at Robert Moses.
0.27. That's awesome. What kind mount, what kind of scope? Just curious.
Hmm.
What's up with the with that CEM Skywatcher mount? I can't see what that says. What does it say? AIIS. I don't know what that is.
Atlas, I think.
Oh, Atlas. Yeah. Oh, man, I got my Atlas. My Atlas is awesome. I love my Atlas. I just got mine back. It's hypertuned now. So it's 8 years old, but now everything's all new inside. And that the Atlas is a workhorse. I don't care. They say it's worth. They say it's a 40-pound max payload. I think it's way underrated. I'll be honest with you. I put imaging. I put 34 pounds on that thing. And you're not supposed to be that high on a 40-pound capacity mount. But let me tell you something. My mount, maybe I just got lucky with mount, but my Atlas was guiding at point 0.5 with 34, 35 pounds on a max 40 payload mount. And it still works, and it's 8 years old. The only reason why I had it hypertuned is because I had another mount. So I said I may as well send it in and get hypertuned. It's getting old. Let's upgrade it before it breaks. And
Right.
and there you go. And that's it. Um,
Eric or Tyler sent some.
yeah, well, we kind of skipped our because the whole thing with the critiquing images,
Mhm.
that was actually Peter's idea. So I didn't want to, I didn't want to move on with that subject until Peter's able to join us. So I thought that would be good to wait for him because it was his idea. So bought a bought it used for 700 a year and a half ago. Hypertuned to myself. I got sub 1 arc second guiding. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm telling you, the Atlas is awesome. It really is. And I'm not good. I'm not good with. And Scott will tell you. Scott doesn't even. We've never even met each other, and he'll tell you that I am not mechanically. I'm mechanically challenged. Let's just say, and I'm the guy that will say, "Here's the money. Just do it, and I don't care how you do it. Just do it. Just this is what I want." you know,
Yeah.
and that's why I work at Camera Concepts 1 day a week for the rest of my life because it pays for the hobby. And that's what it does. Um,
Yep.
with the
Yeah,
big
and
mood
I'm
on.
the other end of the spectrum. I like doing everything myself. I hate hiring out
Yeah,
unless I absolutely have to. There's some stuff I'm doing on my house that I just could not bring myself to do it, so I hired it out. And
yeah.
I
I mean,
just
Chris Frickson, I'm sorry, Frickson, just sent a message with a link on Astrobin. He wants us to take a look at his image. So let's take a look.
mm,
Let's see, it's on Astrobin. Oh, somebody's
excuse
sleepy.
me.
Somebody's sleepy.
Yeah,
Why are you so tired, man?
I've been up since like 6:30 this morning.
All right, so it looks like this looks like a nice pic. This is a tulip nebula. And let's get it up and running, and let's get the non-annotated. I don't want the annotation. There we go. Wow, this is a nice image. Wait till you see this. I got I got to be honest with you. You know, sometimes Chris, you take some great stuff, and I'm going to share this with everybody right now. Um, and you'll see the Tulip Nebula on the right, and there you go. I mean, let's see if I can get a full resolution. You're
Oh
about
yeah,
to open a large file. Yes, that's fine. Just let's wait for it to come up. Okay,
yeah.
so let's take a look at the nebula. There you go. All right. Stars look good. The background
Yeah,
looks really good. I like this
yeah,
little guy right here. I like this little extra nebula that he has right here. I think that's really nice. You got some nice
yeah.
star color here, Chris. Did you do
Yep.
RGB on the stars, or were you able to pull this out with the narrow band? Because usually, from in my experience, this nice red and blue, you can't get that good with narrowband. But that's just me. It could just be something that you're doing right and I'm doing wrong. But the background looks great. This nebula here is awesome. This nice little dark nebula here. That's really nice. For a second, I thought these were smudges, but they're not. This is actually just dark spots in the nebula. You got some really good data here, man. How many hours is this? Give us the stats on this. Actually, we could go to the stats on this. Let's take a
Yep.
look and see the stats on this.
Can you bring the image size down so we can see a full picture?
There you go.
There's a bit of a delay on YouTube.
Yep, but it's there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the dark aspects of the nebula are really amazing.
I
Yeah.
love this little guy right here. I like that little shot, that little extra right there. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. So this is the William Optics 102. This is from Chris, the 2600 monochrome, and it's with the Chroma SHO. That's it. So hey, listen, that's some really good. You got some really good colors on the stars with that. Um, that's a nice job. So it's 18 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, he says no RGB,
Yep. No.
desaturated with the narrowband stars, two orange
Nice.
and blue.
That is a really good process, man. I'm
Yeah.
wondering, and I like the way that it kind of gets bluer over here, and it makes me wonder what's on the left over here. It makes me wonder what's over there. But Chris,
Yeah,
man,
it's definitely a tight shot, you know, of a much bigger object.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, Chris, you did
What
a great
focal length
job.
is he shooting at?
Well, it's a 102, so I he's just using. I think that's a point 0.8 flattener, if I remember right.
Huh.
So what is he about? Like probably like 500, something like that.
Hmm.
He'll give us an answer, I'm sure, on here.
Hmm. Yeah.
Let's see. No RGB, desaturated, the narrowband stars, two orange and blue, nice image, gorgeous, incredible. Hey everyone, what's up, Eric? Um,
Yeah, the depth of
yeah,
field is really nice. It's not flat. It's definitely got depth to it.
yeah. I mean, I don't know if I would change a damn thing, Chris. I'll be dead on honest with you. That's an outstanding image. That's really good stuff, man. So nice job with that. Really good. That's some nice stuff. That's see that's the difference when you put all this time into the image. That's why I keep on telling everybody when you're doing narrowband, don't even look at the image until you have at least 10 hours.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
even look at it because you're not gonna get anything you're gonna be happy with. That's why tonight is gonna be the first time that I'll be over 10 hours with Wizard.
Right.
And I'll stack it tomorrow and I'll play around with it and I'll see what I got and I'll make a decision. Maybe I want another 10 hours. I don't know. We'll see.
There's Eric.
Oh, he's coming on? Oh, he's coming on. Oh,
Running
cool.
late.
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm running late, guys.
Running late. I didn't even know you were coming. Let me get the.
Surprise!
That's cool. The more the merrier. Let
Yeah.
me see if I can get the 3 up. Where's the 3 up on here? Everything's like messed up. And
So,
So
yeah, I just saw, I just hopped in and I was just checking out what you guys were looking at on Astrobin. Whose was that? Was that Chris's?
yeah, it was
yeah,
Chris's shot. Yeah,
That's a nice one.
yeah.
That was really nice.
yeah.
I was saying I wouldn't change a damn thing. I think
No,
that's
no.
Does it say what sky he was at? What Bortle
What
sky
Bortle?
he was at?
um no. Well, it's Utah in the backyard. So
Yeah, yeah. So he's probably in a 2.
5 nights from September 4th to September 16th.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the Bortle is on there, but let us know, Chris. But it's still
Yeah,
narrow
most of
band. Don't get me wrong. Nothing beats a dark sky. Don't get me wrong. And Chris and
Oh,
Eric,
four
I'll
or
get you
five.
on in a
Okay.
second because I'm trying
Yeah.
to find out where my e- everything's messed up because I got a new monitor. So
You got a
What,
new monitor.
yeah, I got a 4K monitor, so all the resolutions messed up and everything's a lot smaller.
Gotcha.
And I
Well,
gotta play around with it a little
what was
bit.
your luminance layer, Chris?
We'll just do this one for now. So until I figure it out, there we go. We got 3 plus a blank. So
Hmm.
4 up, 4 3 up cast, 3 up cast. Ah, there it is. All right, so 3 up cast,
Let's see.
and we'll do 6152. We'll make Tyler Eric. There we go, and then bam, there we go. Rock and roll, and we're
All
here.
right.
And
Okay, no
Eric's
luminance,
got the
just straight
Dune shirt on
SHL.
again.
Yep,
Okay.
I do.
I was gonna wear my Dune shirt tonight, but I wasn't sure if you were gonna be here, so I'll wear it Wednesday.
That's fine.
So yeah, so I'm banging away at the Wizard still.
Yeah, I am so frustrated
Uh-oh.
with
The plus.
with that the plus is one thing, but no, it's just the condensation on this 294 MC. It just keeps coming, and and I did what you suggested. I went ahead and I dropped it at nautical sunset. I
Okay.
had it at 0,
Okay.
and I was still getting condensation even when it hit astronomical,
Wow.
and so
And you had it to 0 in how many minutes?
it had to have been from nautical to astronomical. It had to be like maybe 45 minutes.
Wow.
I believe it was
Really?
about 45 minutes. Yeah. And then even after that, in astronomical, it was just it still stayed that way. It didn't stop. It didn't actually clear up until it was maybe close to astronomical dawn is when it started clearing up. So it was probably 3 o'clock, and I was only
Astronomical
managed to get
dawn?
astronomical dawn is when it actually started clearing
After
up. 'Cause I
how
was
many
looking at
hours of imaging?
I started because I started at 9.
So
Okay,
6
because I said let me
hours?
just go. I said let's just go, and from 9 until then, it was
It was just unusable data.
it's just unusable because you just got this condensation block.
You
So
know,
it's
I-
just awful.
I had
And
a
I'm really
customer-
thinking now I'm going to bring everything in, and I'll take some flats while it's here in the house. I'll take some flats to use so I can at least use what I've got, right, of the usable stuff.
Right.
And then I think I bought another ZWO dew heater.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to take this current one off, put this other one on, and also open it up and check the desiccant tabs, because I've got some
Yeah.
extra desiccant tabs and stuff too.
Yeah.
And it's
I had a
just frustrating.
customer that came in yesterday. Yeah, Thursday, and he showed me this picture. He said, "What is this? What is this?" and it's a big round with a dark spot in the middle and everything. I said, "Oh yeah, somebody spit on your camera." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Nah, man, you got dew, you got condensation in there, and that's what it is." And I lost you, Eric. I lost your audio, and it's not me.
So
There you
no,
go.
sorry, I clicked the mute by mistake.
No problem.
I'm working, but yeah. So I'll show you I'll give you a quick example of
Yeah.
what I'm dealing with.
Oh
Let
yeah.
me,
Let's see
because
the black eye.
yeah, because this is I'm actually going to use BlueStacks. BlueStacks actually works with the Plus with not a
Okay.
problem.
Well, it should. I mean,
So yeah, it should.
it's just what
And
is it? It's a Raspberry Pi emulator anyway.
yeah,
So
that's all it is. So I'm just letting it get load up now, and then I'll go in there. So let me go in there and get my lights. And all right, so you'll be able to see here pretty right off the bat. Let me share toggle my screen here. And just looking at this, just looking at the plan, and you can already see it just off of this.
Oh yeah.
You can already see the condensation,
oh, look at that.
and you can just from here. What was it? So this was the first one, and this one was at.
Oh, look at that. Look at the
Okay,
black
so
eye.
at 10
Yeah.
so at 10 o'clock was when the first one finished. And if I go back here, and it finally cleared up and started going away, my first actual, I think, usable image, take a look. 4
4:10.
o'clock.
Oh my God.
4:10 in the morning
Dude, that
is when the condensation. Yeah.
You know what?
That's
I'm
a problem.
sorry. That's a reason why that I have not done CMOS. That's
Yeah.
I mean, to go outside. I mean, don't get me wrong. You have other issues with CCD, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say, but dew isn't one of them.
Yeah.
Dew isn't one of them with CCD, and
Yeah. And what's so crazy is, okay, like for example, I purchased a kind of the the MIDI dehumidifier. If I can't recall the name of it. It's this little handheld or little small dehumidifier that you can
okay.
sometimes see that people purchase. And I was using that and sticking that in, and if I can find the bloody thing, it'll to give it a name.
Everyone's
Okay, here
telling
it is.
you to
Yeah,
recharge the desiccant.
the dehumidifier. Yeah. So I bought this this Eva Dry dehumidifier to stick in there, over during the day, and hoping that that would clear it up, at least while clear up and soak up some of that moisture during the day. And yeah, so no, I'm going to just it's frustrating. It's basically bottom line is what it is. It's just frustrating. You spend all this time trying to get this stuff going, and yep. And that's why I also posted on Facebook on the ASI Air in the ASI Air group. I made a post to say, hey, we need to get some sort of temperature control, manual temperature controls on in the ASI Air.
Well, what they really need to do, if this is even a problem in the 294, which is $1,000 camera, I'm sure the 183s and the other ones, the other cool cameras that are out there, even the 699s, that if this is a constant issue, and it is in a lot of places, all of them should have the built-in dew heater ring. Just like they all should have it built in.
They should all have it.
If this is like, what, if you have a car and your brakes never work, but your seatbelt doesn't either. And so it's you got to have some sort of, it's got to be fixed. It can't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're too good of a company not to have this. And it's a $20. You know what? It sells for like $30. This thing. What does it cost them? $3 to make, and
Yeah, because I buy
throw it
it, and
in there.
I bought one for $20.
Yeah,
You
$20,
know, this is going to,
19.99.
yeah. So basically, I bought another. This is probably, and I have the heater on the camera, so I don't know if this has just gone bad or anything like that.
That's
Which is
possible.
possible,
All it is,
you know,
is
because I think
a
I may have had this on this camera for maybe about a year, maybe it's been about a year or a little bit less than a year. So $20, I'm not gonna, you know, $20 is not no skin off my back to go ahead and buy another one or even buy a couple of them.
Yeah,
and just store them, you know, and just have it for when I notice something like this happens. And then, and I've got extra desiccant tabs. I have no problem taking out these desiccant tabs and put them in new ones and all that stuff. But it's just, you know, for the amount of money you pay for this type of stuff,
this shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, these are certain things that, in my opinion, they maybe shouldn't be a problem. So,
But
have you been able to determine where the condensation is building up? Is it behind the safety glass, or is it in front of it?
I haven't found that out yet. I haven't actually taken it off yet to actually determine that. I'm actually tempted because we've got a cloudy night right now. I'm actually tempted just to bring it in, take my flats so I can, or just chuck all of this and just say forget it, and just open it up and see where the condensation is. Because right now it's, like I said, it's under the 365 telegizmo.
right.
You know, and I've got it nice and tight and wrapped up. I just have to take it off and bring it in the house and then just open up the 294 and see where it is. Because, like I said, if I don't have it cooling, if it's not cooling, I don't have a problem.
Right.
There's no, but then I'm dealing with noise.
Right.
You know, so yeah, that's not an option.
It's not.
Are you when you take that camera off of there? Do you have any of those sensor wipes?
I do. I purchased I purchased some like the DSLR sensor wipes.
Yeah, if you get one that's just make sure it's just really dry. You know, that there's you know, it's just brand new dry, and then when you pull that camera off and look at it while it's outside, and just very carefully touch that front of that element, that safety glass, and see if the condensation is on the front.
Yeah,
because if it's there, desiccant tabs ain't gonna do dick.
Yeah,
yeah. I have something called the sensor scope, and they come with these awesome little, like, they're not Q-tips because they got like this square kind of no lint free kind of material on it and a solution. I just drop a little bit on there and I go right down in like 3 strokes.
Yeah.
And that's it. Just like that, nice and soft. Yeah. And then, you know, it takes it right off. And it's awesome. And it comes with the magnifier with the light. You can look in there. And it even comes with a vacuum, which I've never used, but it comes with a vacuum, a USB vacuum. But, I mean, you know, there's plenty of ways. And again, do not take the glass off the top of the chip. Don't do that. Don't mess with it.
No.
Not you. I know you don't. I'm talking to people that are listening.
I don't really mess. I don't, you know, other than taking those little DSLR sensor Q-tips or swabs.
Yep.
You know, just so I can lightly brush.
Yep.
I don't do anything with that sensor. It's just I'll take the tabs out, you know, or I'll do something there. And I've double checked and I've made sure like the safety glass and everything is nice and tight and back secured. Right. So I don't know where it's coming in from, or it's just, you know, I don't know. It's just it's a challenge. It's a challenge right now. Bottom line.
Well, if the condensation is on the front of the glass, then that's a whole different kettle. You have to then you're dealing with something that's coming from the scope in.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
that's true.
And how are you going to address that if it's not the camera that's doing it?
And I really think it's the camera. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the camera. But
Yeah, and I mean, that would be the very first thing I would do, would be to eliminate by all out of any possibility of error that
Hmm.
it is the camera. If you can identify that it is the camera, then you're fine.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if it's coming in from the scope somewhere, maybe you're gonna have to put a dew heater on the scope down further. I don't know how you're gonna get rid of that like that. That's
I don't know, especially there, right there on the Rasa, because I'm using the Rasa right now to try to get around, that secondary area, where
this
they've,
is on the Rasa.
Yeah, this is on the Rasa. Hmm. Yeah, this
Oh,
is
Yeah,
on
but
the
it doesn't even
Rasa.
matter if it's a Rasa. It's a camera problem. This is not
Yeah. So like
not
I
a
said,
Rasa issue.
I don't think it's a Rasa issue. I sincerely think it is a 294 MC issue.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll go through the steps again that I've gone through before, and if I have an opportunity, maybe even tonight, I will take your advice. Like I said, I'll just chuck the rest, because I've tried for 2 nights, 2 clear nights, the only 2 clear nights I've had this week, and it's been nothing but condensation issues.
Wow.
So I'm just going to chuck this whole week and just take it off while I've got, outside. And then to your point, Scott, and just look at it and see if I can actually see
right.
where that
Okay.
condensation is coming from. And hopefully I'll be able to see it right off the bat if it's on top of the glass itself, because I'll take my swab and see if I can actually get something.
Put a 3-inch
know.
dew heater and wrap it around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. I was like, man, it would be nice if we could have small thin dew heaters that we can put around the 11 millimeter ring, the little 11 millimeter T ring.
Yep.
And just put on there and before we screw it into either to our scopes. But
Yeah. Mark said
like
you
I
need
said,
to get a
I pushed
2600
out
now.
there. That's what he said.
You need to get a 2600 with the built-in.
Yeah. Yeah. I would, honestly, if I could afford it, I would.
Yeah. So
I'd sell them all. I'd
so
sell them all.
Frank Luongo, who's a watcher of the show, and he had the same problem. He came into the store, and he had the same problem. And I literally, I took the camera apart right there for him. I said, dude, let's clean it and see what happens. And I I did the same thing. I just took the little swab and I very softly cleared it up.
Yep.
Blew it out with the rocket blower, closed it back up. I said, give it a shot, see what happens. Because I could see the issue. It looks like, and it wasn't even condensation that you're having. It was a little different. It was a dried piece of condensation that discolored the glass covering above the sensor. So it kind of it left a shadow, and so I just cleaned it off. I said, "There you go. It's not there. Take a look." Sure enough, and he just said it works perfectly. So I mean,
And so
that's
I
not
can
going to
tell
stop
that
Nudu.
No, because I see with me looking at those. If you saw when you saw those photos, those images, you can tell mine's it's actually condensation because you can see that it
dries
went
up.
away.
Yep.
That it dries up and it went away. So that's what I'm saying. It could be my dew heater. It could be that ZWO dew heater. I'll slap a new one on there. Yeah,
Have you pulled that dew heater out, tested it to see if it?
No, and that's another thing. I don't know how to actually. I don't know the steps to actually test it. Do I get a multimeter or what do I do to actually see if it's getting current? I don't know. I'm not that good at that type of stuff.
Can you plug? Do you have some way of plugging it in to apply power to it? Can you apply power to it from outside the camera? Because all you got to do is just touch it to the bottom of your lip. It'll get warm enough that you'll be able to sense it.
Yeah, kind of like a 9-volt battery.
Yeah, look at.
Yeah,
true.
It's just a heater. It's just a heating element.
Yeah,
Yep.
no, I actually have not tried that. But like I said, Scott, so fortunately I do have an extra, an extra one. So, I mean, I can.
You may have just gotten a defective one.
You just go ahead and just, So I'll, take this one off, put another one on, and I'll buy. Like I said, I'll spend another $20 to get another one.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
replace.
wouldn't
I'll
that be
keep
a
them
kick in the
stock.
pants if it was just that stupid little thing, a little $20
Yeah.
part, and it was screwing you up?
Screwing me up. Yeah.
And like I said, it's only $20. I mean,
Yeah.
but when you spend $1,000 plus on a camera, well, $294 is $999, I think.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
$1,000 on a camera, we should not be having these problems.
No, you shouldn't. No,
In
you
all
shouldn't.
fairness,
Still.
you should not be having these problems. I mean, it's
All of their
$1,000
color,
camera.
all of their cooled cameras should come with those heaters.
Yeah,
Every
that's
single
what
one
I
of
said.
those.
Yeah, every single one.
Yeah,
every
it
one.
should come built in.
There's no reason not to.
Yeah.
Nope,
And
I
like
agree
it's
with
a
you.
$3 part. Throw it in there.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so you make it $1,001. I mean, instead of $999. So but
Exactly.
it's really not. It's really not. It's not like you're putting an APS-H or making the new medium field format whatever camera and making a $20,000 item. It's a $20 part. Throw it in there.
Right.
Be done with it. I mean, that's
it. Yeah, and just move on.
it'd be different if like you were the only one having this problem, but this is a constant issue with
No,
the
I'm not the only
with the
one that has
ZWO
this.
cameras at least.
Yes, I'm not the only one that has
No.
this, and like I said, I posted on the the ASI Air group to do something about controlling, the temperature, where we can manually control the temperature, because as soon as you turn that thing on and you set it to like -10, or it just goes, and it goes as fast as it can, to that temperature, and that's it.
Yep.
To be able
That's
to
what we were
have
talking
this
about
be
on
able
Wednesday.
to, yeah, we talked about this on Wednesday. If you can just gradually have this thing, just like it is in Nina and SGP, I think it would. It just makes sense, and there's a lot of people that have echoed, my post and have liked the post. That we all see this. This is a need. So
Yeah. Gary's asking you to check it with a multimeter. Connectivity
yeah,
resistant.
I may have one, like a little thing that I bought, a little tester that I bought from Menards that might have a multimeter in it. I don't know. So I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, I think what he's talking about.
Get like a fluke or something and just test it.
Yeah, here's my amp probe.
I think I've got something like that. I think mine's nothing like that nothing like that. It's, just something I bought from the hardware store, when I was doing some electrical work.
Yeah.
That came with a tester. So when I was finishing my basement down here, it just came with the kit. So I'll just have to take a look.
Yeah.
I just don't. Yeah, it's just something where you have to set it to like a certain current, like DC,
I think
AC,
it's
or
the
ohms or
one
something.
that does
Ohms or something.
connectivity.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not connectivity. It's a continuity tester.
continuity. Okay,
And you could do that. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, it's really stupid easy. I mean, but it's just a
let
matter
me
of
see here.
you know what. But do you really want to? You listen. If it's not working, just change it. It's $20.
Yeah, like I said, I've got another one. Hold on.
He's gonna go check it out.
Yeah. It's amazing how something as simple as condensation can completely screw up your
Yeah.
multi-$1,000,
It'll screw up your whole night.
imaging rigs. Ruin your whole rig.
So, yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
here it is. I got it. So I've got that, and and I bought this guy here. I guess one of these.
Yep. That'll
Yeah.
work.
There should be a setting on there for continuity for,
Looks
just
like an
to check.
Omega.
Yeah, I'll just have to look it up.
It looks like an Omega.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I
It's
see it.
probably
The Omega.
in the dial.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep, I see it here, the Omega.
Yep.
Mhm.
And there's
Yep.
also a There's one that says I think it's REST for resistance, or
Resistance. Yeah.
it's like a dashed line. I think if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Okay.
you could do that, and you put the 2 leads on there and see if it starts heating up.
It's yeah. See what it gives me. Yeah, I can. I can definitely do that. That's not a biggie.
Yeah.
See what happens. So,
Or
I
you
can
could just
do
turn
that
it
sometime.
on, leave it on a piece of paper, and see if it burns.
Ah. Just set your coffee cup on and keep your coffee warm.
Yeah,
Yeah, there you
Like,
go.
what do you think we used to do? We didn't have coasters back in the day. We took the scratch CDs, we glued them together, and then you got a coaster. That's what we
There
did.
it is.
Yeah.
But I date myself doing that and saying that. So. Everyone's
Oh my
like,
God! I
"CD?
remember when
What's a
CDs
CD?"
All right,
launched.
so it's enough of me invading. As far as talking about my
No,
woes,
it's fun.
we were critiquing photos. So let me
Well,
see here. Who's
Chris
got some
set the
others?
bar high. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was,
Chris set
'Cause-
the bar high. He's going to be up on the mountaintop, in the white robe, with the and come to
Yeah.
me.
I'm here with the
know.
I will
15,
teach
no
you my
10
wisdom.
commandments.
Yeah, I know, right? So
Flaming Star.
here's one, and I think I did this one with the Rasa. Yeah, I did do this one with the Rasa.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
That looks
this one
like an
wasn't too
L
bad.
Enhance or L Extreme.
Yeah, let me see. It was a L Extreme.
Huh.
This was the L Extreme. This was with a 294 when it actually worked.
Yeah, there's no
And with the
drippies.
row, there's no issues. And this was only just 5.5 hours.
Nice.
So
Well,
I did this
that
one around this
Rasta.
time last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 300 seconds, 5.5 hours. This was almost this time last year when I did
Yep.
this guy. So this wasn't too bad. I actually like this one. This is one where I actually sent it off to Bay Photos
Yep.
and
Yeah.
printed it and got it printed out. I got it printed out and I still haven't actually framed it or anything like
Oh
that.
man, you
It's
just gave it to them to do it.
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
know.
say,
Yeah.
I use Bayphoto all the time for my
Yeah.
photography business, and they'll do metals, they'll do acrylics,
Yep.
they'll do stainless
They'll do
steel
anything you want.
standoffs for your acrylics, blocks, they'll do canvases, they'll do all kinds of papers. They've got 25, 30 different high end papers that you can choose from. I mean, everything from little tiny pictures like this all the way up to huge 40 by 60 wall art.
Yeah. One thing I love about this, beyond just the detail, I love this star cluster here.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
This is these open star clusters are just gorgeous, But of course, and having the nice detail of the tadpole, it's really nice. But yeah, that open star cluster that just made me smile when I got all of that. So. And this was, and I used APP to do all the integration. Then I moved it into PI.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's some good detail. I think it's some good detail.
Yeah, that would look really nice on a nice, 1/4 or 3/8 inch thick acrylic.
Sure.
Just unframed, just not
Just
even framed,
unframed, yeah.
just with the stainless steel standoff posts. Just standing up there, just bold, beautiful, just sitting on your wall.
Yeah, I agree.
Well,
So-
since you guys, you and Chris have put up these awesome photos, I'm gonna put up a little bit of a crappy photo.
Okay.
It's not the best photo. It's only an hour of integration, and it was taken in 2018, October 21st, so 3 years ago.
Okay.
Taken with I spelled Astrodon wrong. It's Astrodom, but it's 12 5-minute shots. That's it, with the 127. So I'll make this bigger. Let's see. And I will that and that. And there you go. So, noisy, bright, overexposed Iris Nebula.
Oh yeah, it was one of the very first images I ever got a chance to process.
Look at the noise.
Yeah.
Okay. This is one of the first images that I processed with PixInsight 3 years ago.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm sorry. This was with Deep Sky Stacker and Photoshop. Sorry, that's what this was. But it just goes to show the difference between 3 years and the knowledge and the things that we could do now. And if you take a look, and we'll go 3 years later, and you get something like this with narrowband.
Yeah.
So, a little better. I need to do a little bit of better job with the stars. But, Eric, you're out again. You hit mute. Oh, no, you didn't. That's me. Sorry.
That's
there
you.
you go. Yep. I'm sorry. What did you say for the past 15 minutes?
No, but I do like the colors of this. I do like the color that you brought out with using with the oxygen, and I do like the orange, the green and the gold. So
yeah,
this does look quite nice with that.
Yeah, that gunmetal blue is really amazing.
Yeah, it is. And what's kind of interesting is that you normally would see this, as a red.
Yep. Well, when you're doing the L Extreme or the Enhance, yeah, you're gonna see this whole gold band is a dark red. This whole area, and then you got a lighter shade of pink down here, somewhere. Like a lighter red, kind of. Unless if you do what you did and kind of, split them up and kind of assign them different colors. Do the bicolor as the fake Hubble.
The fake Hubble, or the pseudo Hubble.
Pseudo Hubble. I don't want to say fake.
Yeah.
Pseudo means fake. But,
but quasi Hubble.
Yeah, this is when I get this is only with an 80. The Esprit 80. And that's that. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can do with just some time, patience, and like we keep on saying, keep imaging, keep educating, and
exactly.
that's what it's all about. And sometimes you got to take a step back and say, hey, you know what? I'm frying my brain over here. We talk about deconvolution offline all the time. De-ringing, LDSI, blah, 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 blah. And then you're driving yourself nuts. And sometimes you just got to, put it away until tomorrow, come back with a fresh set of eyes, and then hit it again. But keep on getting back on the horse.
Well, that's good advice for most things.
Yeah. Yep.
Sometimes you're just too close to the forest to see the trees. You need some perspective.
Yeah.
What's that? My favorite line from Men in Black 3. We need pie.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need pie. It's true. Sometimes you just, you need to step away from what you're doing. Go out, take a walk. Yeah. Go do something outside. Go play with your kids. Go walk your dog.
Yep.
Go read a book. Go take a nap. It's amazing how that process, that's salubrious, and it helps to get the gears working in your head, so that all of a sudden, it's like, oh, that's what I was doing wrong.
Yep. Exactly.
That works out. It works for me like that all the time.
And you know what?
Have a good trip there, Gary. Yeah, fly
Yeah,
safe.
Gary's leaving. Yeah, he's
Off
gotta
to
get
Miami.
JFK headed back. Dude, you and JFK, Gary? You should have told me. We would have got together for dinner or something.
Miami. He's heading to Miami. Here, okay. Now here's something that I'd like to get you guys' opinion on.
Sure.
This is when you're dealing with a wide field and you're dealing with a dense star field. And what do you guys do to tame this? And what are your usual steps or processes?
Star reduction.
Because I was doing kind of like that.
Let me see.
Let's see here. Let me know when you guys can see it. This is the Lion Nebula, which is also it's not a lot of people have captured this. Some people are starting to capture it now because it's kind of a faint.
It's a little bit
target.
Let me see if I could bring it up on the.
And if you can see how dense, I had to use it. Yeah, I thought I tried my best to use as much star reduction within Pix Insight as I could.
Let me see.
I mean, this is something where I feel, even though I did this with the Rasa, because of how faint this object is, this is one that I feel may have required more time. This is one of those things where I struggle with is how much time is enough time? Especially, especially when you're dealing with F2 and stuff like that. Like with my Dark Nebula that I'm working on right now and working off of what Sean, so the suggestion is, yeah, Eric, you need more time. Even with an F2, you need more time. So that's when I switched from 300, second exposures to 600.
I'm trying to find
you can
your
see.
Image. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, but you can see.
Oh wow! Look at all the stars.
I tried to do my best to do the best star reduction I could based off of information I had gathered from at the time from like Sean and him showing how to do star reduction and others
a lot
and
of
PI.
Sharpening on the stars.
I probably did.
You
might have
done too much and brought
may
out
have done
all
too
the
much.
little specks in
Points.
there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe a little less sharpening might do it because it really looks like even the nebula looks like it was sharpened.
Yeah. Sure.
So you're starting to see.
Because you can see quite a few halos and everything like that. A lot of ringing, rather. A lot of rings.
Well, I don't know if I see any ringing. I'd have to zoom in pretty tight on it.
Because if you zoom in, it just seems to me that there was quite a bit, especially on the smaller stars. You have these rings and stuff like that. It looked like to me
I'd
on
have
the
to
smaller
zoom
stars.
in a little bit more on that, but
Sure.
it looks like you did a lot of sharpening on it because I'm starting to see some artifacts. Even when you even when you look in like, let's see. So to the right of the nebula, go down a little
Here?
bit. Go down a little. Yeah. So right in that dark spot, right. Yeah, right there. So if you zoom in on that dark spot, you're starting to see a lot of noise in there, and it looks like it could either have been from too much noise reduction or a lot of sharpening.
Yeah.
Because I'm starting to see a lot of artifacts in there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a beautiful picture, Eric, but it's just it's just a little too much. I think the
It's
stars are a
just
little
a
baked.
bit too much.
Yeah, I think the stars are baked too much.
Yeah. And that happens. Sometimes you do overcook.
Yep. And that's just my opinion. I mean, it looks and there's a lot of nebulosity in there. I think the background's maybe a little bit too bright too in certain places. It looks like you got some in the top right-hand corner is a lot brighter than the rest of the
right
picture.
here. Than the rest of the picture.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So it looks like that
You
maybe
can definitely see that.
Maybe you didn't do a really good background extraction.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be, and for me, dealing with this type of dense star field, and sometimes that can be a little hard for me to try to get into that background.
Yeah, because the samples have got to be so freaking small.
Yes.
They got to be.
Yes.
They got to be like 20.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy, especially when you're dealing with a nebulosity that takes up a lot of the photo. So you want
Yes.
to be very, very selective. Like that dark region that we were talking about, I put a
Hmm.
couple samples there. There's another dark region right above it, put a couple samples there. There's some other dark
Because
regions around the whole area.
yeah, because this is actually a dark nebula right here.
Is it?
B369.
Oh, well, now you're
This is a
screwed.
Bernard. Yeah,
so,
this is a Bernard
so you're gonna have
target.
to
Yeah.
zoom in quite a bit just to find some background.
Yeah.
And then what I would do is I would start using the radial. I'm sorry, the axial, the horizontal, vertical, and diagonal symmetries to get into those other areas that you can't with
Hmm.
the dynamic back, where you can put those samples where you want them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd put something in the top right somewhere, and then I would use a diagonal symmetry on that to get into the bottom left. I would use the
Gotcha.
values of the top right to do the background to the
So
bottom left.
okay, so starting here and then heading over to this side.
Yep, exactly.
Gotcha.
Or going straight up and down on the vertical, or right to left
Hmm.
on the horizontal, depending on
Sure.
whatever you want to do. But try using
Sure.
that. I think that would help you like a ton. I think that would help you a ton,
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
at least with that image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Morphological transformation is also, that's a good one. Chris was talking about that. You know, using morphological transformation,
To smush the
select
stars a little bit.
the MS. Yep, with the
Yep.
star map mask.
Okay.
Yeah, start using the tool more.
Yep, morphological
Yep.
transformation could definitely help you out. But you want to be careful, because if you do too much with the MT, I'm just gonna say because I can't pronounce it, but
Yeah,
you could block out the stars a little bit because it's all done in pixels. So
everything
you
in
could,
moderation.
yeah, you want to be very, very careful with that tool. The people that use it and use it right do it well. There are people out
Hmm.
there that use it and it just makes the picture a mess.
Yeah.
George has asked the question: when taking the photo, what do you look for? A high or low mean or median?
For the brightness of the pixels. Is he talking histogram?
Yeah, I was wondering if you're talking your histogram.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, molting. Exactly right, Chris.
Yeah, molten.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess
Yeah.
I guess that's a technical term for smushing.
Right.
That's
You're molting.
yeah, molting. Yeah, so he's looking. So to me, I really don't look, and this is going to be a bad thing to say. Um, I really don't look at the histogram unless if I'm blooming, which nobody blooms anymore because everyone's got anti-blooming, or you're oversaturating the stars. And me and Eric had a conversation regarding that and bringing it into PixInsight like a year ago, if I remember
Yeah.
right. And
Yeah, we did.
just bring it into PixInsight, or if and then roll over the star and take a look at the data on the star. And as
Yeah.
long as your K value is under 1, you're not oversaturating.
Right.
Once you're over 1, then you're oversaturating. That's going to be too much. Now, it's easier to make things brighter than to kind of. It's just like focus. You can't fix a bad focus. You can,
Right.
but it's going to be a lot more labor intensive to do that. You just better get a properly focused picture. But Nina gives you a mean. Yeah, it gives you a middle histogram value for each pixel. But I'll be honest with you. I know my skies. For narrowband, I could go 10 minutes. I could probably go 20, but my guiding on the EQ6R isn't as good to do that. Now, once I get the 8R, I'll do 20-minute exposures because the guiding is the gears and the belts is that much better on that mount and can handle that. As far as a histogram is concerned, I just look for the histogram to be pushed off the wall. That's all I look for.
Yeah.
I want that.
You don't want it clipped.
That little space between the dark and right off the wall. That's it.
Yep.
And that's all I look for. Guys, please, if you have anything to add to that, I mean, that's all I look for.
Yeah. When I'm doing mine, it just depends. Because with the RASA being so fast, you can overexpose quite
Very
quickly.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
With the RASA. And usually if I'm looking at the histogram, as long as I'm with, I would say, not dead up to the left, but usually the ADUs that I see that I'm usually messing around with, they're probably around, as far as ADU, depending on the target, for the most part, they're usually between 3,000 and 7,000.
Yep, that's about
ADU.
right. Yep.
Of what I do, and I say, okay, that's good enough. I don't go super nudging super close to the left of the histogram. I do move it a ways away. So I'm maybe a 16th off, off of the histogram, off the left side of the histogram.
Yeah, sure.
But sometimes it does nudge a little bit over because with the ASI Air, you're working with 16-bit numbers, and it maxes out at 6, and in the left and the white side is at just over 65,000. So I'm usually, for me, going off of that number, I'm usually hovering. I try to stay around that. I don't try to go over maybe that 6,000.
Yeah.
Maybe 7,000 median ADU when I'm on my images.
I'll show you this as well. I mean, this is just, and to Chris's point, on the top left right here, this is Nina, and I'm imaging right now. And this is where I'm at, and it just goes to show that what Eric said is exactly where I'm at. So I'm at about 4,700.
You're about 40, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Look where the wall is. The wall is right here, and I'm a little bit off that wall. I got that nice space between the black point. And that's it. And that's all I really go for. That's really it.
Yes, exactly.
That's
exactly it. Mm-hmm.
And I just gotta.
Sean's like, yeah, baby, Nina.
Who said that?
Sean Nielsen. He's on.
Is he? He just texted me actually. He said, so Sean, I gotta tell you, thank you so much for all your help with Nina, because I am now a convert and I love it. So it's there. But thank you for all your help, because he helped me a lot with the advanced sequencer. And
okay, well, you're going to be passing it on to me then.
Yeah, if I was only as good as a teacher as Sean is, which I'm not,
Well, Sean, if you're listening, when I get down to Florida, I'm going to be, requiring a phone call.
Yeah.
What camera are you using here? What camera are you using right here, Dan?
This is the QHY 16200.
Okay, so this is the one that you got from Ron.
Breacher.
Yeah.
Yep. Ron was upgrading, so
sure.
he was letting this go, and I didn't even know he was selling it. We were just talking about, I think it's time to get the S-Big sold, and let's move on from S-Big, because they're never going to come out with ASCOM drivers, and it's just a nightmare. And it's a great camera, and they were like the Ferrari of cameras back when CCDs and astro imaging was just getting hot, and they just never evolved to the CMOS. And who's it? Well, I'm not watching. I'm not watching the chat. I'm talking. So now
No,
I
sorry.
hear
Yeah,
Eric
Sean's
laughing.
like-
So now I gotta
Sean's
go
like,
and read.
I touched that camera and held it and stroked it.
Oh, you are such a dirty, dirty man, Sean. You're so dirty.
Oh man.
I'm telling you, one of these days we gotta go and meet halfway. Maybe like northern New York somewhere, and just maybe like Niagara Falls, and just get together and have a drink. It's gonna be awesome.
That would be, yeah, that would be cool. I'd even actually go drive up to Buffalo and hang out with everybody.
And of course, Mark had to say, S-Big is now the Pinto of cameras. So, yes, it's.
Oh, that's funny.
When I bought it, it wasn't, guys. Okay, yes, it's an Edsel. Yes.
It's the Gremlin.
Nobody knows what an Edsel is. I'm dating myself again.
Oh yeah, it's the Gremlin of cameras now.
It's
kind of like the old Kodak disc cameras. Remember those?
Oh yeah, put the
Yeah,
disc
yeah.
in. Yeah, absolutely. I remember that. I use those for frisbees too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Telling you, that'd be cool. Maybe in the spring. Maybe in the spring we get together. If you hit it, it explodes. Yeah. Your mission, if you choose to accept it, is to blow this camera up. but yeah, so I got a lot of reading to do. So I got 5 months of Sky and Tell that was sitting in the kitchen table that I didn't know about.
His wife was hiding it from him.
Yeah, so I missed a whole bunch of cool stuff. But so did I lose Eric's voice again or no?
Nope.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
here.
No, he's there.
I'm here.
But yeah, so in the future again, just as,
Well, Peter's saying he'll host everybody in Buffalo if we all head to Buffalo.
Oh, we could go. Hey, Buffalo's not bad. Hey,
Buffalo's not bad. I've been to
7
Niagara
hours for
Falls, and
me.
I
I
was
don't know
there.
how it is for Canada people.
I don't know.
Chicago, it's got to be about 10 hours or so.
It's about when
Buffalo
I took
is
the
like-
trip to Niagara, it was about 10, maybe 10, 11 hours.
All right.
Yeah,
When I
I'm
did
an
that
hour
trip.
from Buffalo.
Buffalo's 7 to 8 for me.
It's nice wine country up there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. And they got that wing
Whitmer.
place of the I forgot the
Which
name
one,
of it.
Duff's?
Anchors.
Duff's or Anchor?
Anchor.
Anchor.
Yeah, that's where I went. Anchor.
Duff's
Right.
is pretty good too, though. Have you ever
I
had Duff's?
didn't go there. I didn't go there.
No, you should. It's good.
But
We went to both when I was up there.
we were only there for one day, and so
Okay.
we couldn't wasn't gonna have wings for lunch and dinner. But,
Sure.
but yeah.
My wife could eat wings all day long,
Oh,
all night long.
so could I, but my wife can't. But chicken wings, yeah, chicken wings. All right, Pete, you may have some people this spring at your
Yeah,
house.
you never know, man. You may just. Yeah, Pete.
Well, in all fairness, in the spring, I know we're looking at for the third read date of the actual first
Unofficial star party.
unofficial
The
unsanctioned
first
star
official,
party.
unofficial.
Yes.
Yeah.
That says summer 2021 on. I'm gonna put like a spring 2022 on here, and hopefully Cherry Springs last week in May somewhere. We're looking in May. So, what's a 2-hour? Buffalo's a 2-hour drive for you?
Well, he's not far from me.
All right, so then I'll go to Buffalo.
Wow.
I have no problem going to
there
Buffalo. We gotta hang out. We gotta hang out. Absolutely. We'll get everybody up there. Maybe we actually, Scott, you're gonna be already in Florida probably by the time we get there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll just have to host one down in Key West.
Yeah.
When running guided, are you talking about on PhD, Mark?
When running guiding assistance. Yeah, guiding assistance is PhD.
Okay, sorry.
The
that's
scope
you
mark
guys.
should
That's
be
not me.
pointing up.
No, yeah. So
Sorry, couldn't resist.
it should be near the ecliptic. So I believe that's 15 degrees by 150, 160, if I remember right. I'd have to look at it exactly, but it should be by the ecliptic, if I remember right. So, but I got to be honest with you, when I do guiding, and I do a calibration right before every time I slew to a place, when I get to it and I plate solve, I force a calibration every time, because
As do I.
especially if I'm doing two objects in a night,
Mm-hmm.
I will force a calibration when it switches to the next target.
Yeah, that's another one of the things that you can't do with the ASIR. You can't force a calibration on on each target that you slew to.
Yeah, Nina, in the advanced sequencer, you can.
So okay,
That's
Is that a paid for service? Advanced sequencer, or is
no,
that
no, no,
just
no, no. It's
standard?
just no. It's standard. So there's the simple sequencer for it just says, okay, how many darks, how many lights, how many flats, how many in the sequence, and you just set it and you go. The advanced sequencer allows you to customize this to no end. When do you want to turn on the scope? When you want to turn off the scope? Do you want to guide? Do you want to slew and center? Do you want to run an auto? You put it in the order that you want. And
You want sausage with your eggs?
I'm telling you. I'm trying, Sean. I'm trying. I listen. I can sell anybody anything if I believe in the product. But if I don't believe in the product, I'm going to tell you it sucks, which is a bad salesman, and that's why I don't do sales. I just tell it how it is from my perspective, and if I think something sucks, and I keep on bringing back to my review of the Stellar Mate, I keep on bringing that because that was just a travesty of a product. I literally took that thing, and halfway through the video, I threw it over my shoulder, and I said, "I'm done." I said, "I couldn't deal with it," and it was the answer to the ASIR first generation, and it ran on K stars with the Raspberry Pi, but you were able to use other things as opposed to not only ZWO products. You're allowed to use other ASCOM driven products, and so that's why I bought it, and that's why I never went back, because it was just so bad. It was horrible. I had nightmares for weeks.
You had nightmares for weeks.
But Patriot Astro also has good videos. Yeah, Patriot Astro also. Yep. And then you look at, don't forget Queeve. Don't forget my buddy Queeve over in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Queeve
is the
He's got
best.
some really good videos.
And he's a goofball, man. That guy's
He
funny.
is.
He's
funny.
awesome.
He makes me laugh. He's so smart, and he's so good with what he teaches, and he's just the way he looks. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like, it's great. He's got such a great online personality. It's really good.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And he's a complete geek,
Yeah.
when it comes to this stuff. I mean, he is a full tilt diva geek. I mean,
Yep.
he's in.
Yep.
He's completely sold out to. You know how I knew that about him? He actually had me convinced that you could use a multimeter to hook up to your mount, right? Your power, and use a clamp meter to measure the amperage that it's pulling in both right
You told me about
and
that.
declination.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep.
That came from Queeve.
Yep.
And I'm telling you something. It's goofy, but man, it works.
Yep.
You can get that thing spot on balanced using that method. And it's right on. He's got a whole video on it. He went completely crazy talking about it. He was so impressed with it.
Yeah, I mean,
It was
Mark
Queen
said
at his best. Yeah.
he's in a True Bortle 10, and I gotta be
He
honest
is in
with you.
Tokyo. Yeah,
Japan.
you're there in the It's right there in the middle of Tokyo.
Yeah, but you know what? New York City's got to be a 10.
It is.
Yeah, but you know what?
Vegas
You know what?
is.
He's like way up in an apartment complex
In a high
on a
rise,
balcony
like,
He's in a
somewhere.
high rise.
The guy is just I'm like, I could never do that the way that he's doing it. It
No.
would drive me completely insane.
No, I wouldn't even try. He's out of control. But you know what? He gets great images.
Oh, yeah.
The guy's
Oh yeah.
the guy's amazing. So he does a really good job.
He knows those filters because he does great reviews on filters.
Yeah.
He does really because he has to he has to know what
Yep.
what he's talking about because being in Tokyo there, man, you got to
Gotta have good
you're
filters.
stuck there, dude. You got to have some good filters.
Suburban just threw the gauntlet down. Hot take: Queeve or Trevor? He threw the gauntlet down. Listen, we're not going to answer that. We're all about. We're not going to answer that.
Queeve is greater.
Different people.
Yeah.
Queeve greater
Yeah.
than Trevor.
No, we're not going to do that.
I'm
They're,
not
they're
going
both
there.
awesome. They're both
yeah.
awesome. They're both.
I tell you, if it wasn't for Trevor, to help me get started with this, he was the one who first got me started.
Yeah.
Because he was using because he was when he first got started, he was using his Canon.
Yep.
And he's the one who introduced me to Backyard EOS.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I first got started,
Yeah.
because I didn't know what to do, or what to get started with, and he showed me how to use Deep Sky Stacker and everything. So.
I think everybody that had a DSLR went right to Telescope and got that Backyard EOS for like $30.
Yeah.
There wasn't even a focus routine when I got it. It was just a shutter. That's it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I love watching Trevor's program. He speaks to the masses.
yeah, and
You know?
I do his podcast in the car, and I do all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, he actually just did. He just actually he did a video on the ASI Air Plus as well. He was lent one, and I think he did a pretty decent review on it.
yeah. Well, if I get my
Well, he started with that.
Here he comes Tyler. Judging commence.
Oh no.
He started with the ASI. I remember him going completely crazy about the ASI, the regular one, the white one. You know, and he was just going. He went completely nuts. He pulled everything up on his phone, and he went, and he did that auto stretch there, and it's like boom right on his phone. He went nuts. He's like, I can't believe I can do this on my phone.
Well, I'm gonna predate Chris right now, and he said we all started with DSS. Change my mind. I'll change it for you. There was no such thing as DSS. When I started. I started with Registax 1. The original Registax. That's what I started with. And then after that I went to Images Plus. Version 1. that was a mess. But I mean, you know what I started with? You know what I really started with? Shutter, like this, with a button.
Yeah.
That's what I started with.
Yeah. It gives you an appreciation for what Edwin Hubble did.
Fucking Tyler. A jerk. Dan started with a rock and a stick. Yeah. I tried film a couple of times. I had a Pentax K1000, and later on I tried I spent a lot of money on a Minolta Maxim, and that I used for a long time. And then my next camera was a SAC 7B, which was like a 1.2 megapixel camera. The chip was smaller than the 120 mini. For those of you guys out there,
Yeah.
that's how small
Yeah.
this thing was.
Tiny.
The point 0.7 reducer was this kind of thing that screwed on to the nose piece. It was just horrible. That didn't work. I tried selling that back. They wouldn't even take it back. But then after that, I went to DSLR, just like a lot of people. I bought a Canon Rebel XT version 1 first, and then had that for a couple of years, and went to a T3i, and then bought the S-Big.
Yeah, I mean, my first one was a Canon T3.
Yep.
I couldn't afford the I.
Yeah. Well, I did have a webcam at one point. I had a Philips 2Cam Pro, which was like the leading webcam before CMOS cameras. It was a CMOS based webcam, and it was really done for planetary. And I never got that. I never got that right. I tried.
Speaking of planetary and stuff, I think is it next month? I think it's, or maybe November. I was looking in Astronomy magazine. We've got another lunar eclipse coming up.
Yeah.
That I like.
I think it's November.
I think it may be November.
I just got November's here.
Okay.
Yeah, the future of astronomy. There we go, November.
Yeah, November. So we've got
I
another
saw that.
lunar eclipse. Yeah, we got another full lunar eclipse coming up. A blood moon coming up. So I might. So hopefully I'll have a nice. Hopefully I'll have a nice sky, and maybe I can capture it with the 8. With the 8
November 18th to 19th.
Okay.
I don't know. New York's right on the line of total visible eclipse. I can't tell from this map. I'll have to look at it on a web page.
Right.
Let's see. It's really, really early in the morning. Oh my goodness. Begins at 2:18 a.m. Eastern and goes through till about 5:47 Eastern. So that's going to be a long night.
And what day is that?
From the 18th to the 19th.
Oh, that's on a Thursday. That's on a work day. Oh, that's a work day.
I guess I'm taking a personal day on Friday.
Maybe.
I may have to take one of those mental health days they just came out with. So I may have to take one of those.
No. You don't do that. We don't do that anymore. You just call in well. Just do that. Just call in well. You said, well, I'm not coming in.
Well, I'm not coming in.
Peace.
Exactly right. Well, I'm not coming in.
What are you doing? I was up all night watching an eclipse. That's what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm fine. I'm just not coming in.
Yeah, we got the
much.
and to Chris's point, yeah, they got the solar eclipse in 2024.
Yeah.
It's actually going across. Well, the last one went across Illinois, the southern tip of Illinois,
And
Carbondale
through the Carolinas.
Yeah, and it's actually on 2024. It's actually going through Carbondale again. So I think I may be heading to southern Illinois.
Yeah. Well, doesn't it go through Mexico? It goes from Buffalo to Mexico, kind of.
Yeah, it goes from Mexico.
It's a weird turn.
Or Mexico to Buffalo.
Yeah, it goes up to Mexico to Buffalo. It goes through
the other way.
It don't matter.
Curves.
Yeah, it curves weird. It's like
it curves weird. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but I think I'm gonna try upstate New York. So I might be hanging out with Pete. He doesn't know it yet. But I think I might be hanging out with Pete. So we'll look. Even though the weather probably isn't going to be great for Buffalo, it is on the path, and we'll see.
That's because Buffalo is right at the butt end of Lake Erie.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. But
It's like Watertown in New York. Watertown is at the butt end of
Watertown's
Lake Ontario,
dreadful, man.
and they get crushed.
Every winter, it's a disaster up there.
They
It's
measure
like,
it in feet.
Yeah, yeah. It's crazy.
It's stupid. No,
All right, Pete.
Florida can't camping fast enough. I'm done with snow.
It looks like Pete may be a gathering point for people because I see him looking in the chat. Sean's like, "Oh yeah, we'll go there, no problem."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually looking at the one of the maps here, and
Yeah, Pete, you're not far from me. You're like maybe an hour from me.
and there it is. So,
let's put that up. Let's see. There you go. Yeah, see, it's a weird curve. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird curve because it's going. Yeah, so it's
It goes right through
going
northern
right through.
New York.
Goes through and then it heads right on through. Yep, there's Buffalo, Rochester.
Yeah.
Yep. Right off of
That's right. That's
Montreal,
me.
not too far off. Yeah. It's heading off right off of there. Yeah, and there's Carbondale.
Yeah.
That's where I'll be. That's where I'll probably end up, Carbondale, Illinois. So.
That's not that far from New York either. I mean, that's Illinois. It's still about 10 hours, but I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. We got time. We got time to figure out plans.
We got time to plan this, and it's good. It's going to go through Indianapolis and everything. So yeah.
So maybe we could get together and plan a date, but we got to plan it. If we plan a date, we got to rent a hotel now because we're lucky.
It's
It's
April 8th.
Yep.
Yeah.
April 8th. Yep.
April 8th, 2024.
And either that or a tent in a parking lot.
That's a week away. Was that 2024? That will.
Yep, 2024.
That will be my 2024. So my 13th wedding anniversary somewhere on the 16th of April. So.
Yep.
Wow, we've been on 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Holy cow! It's 10:30.
Yeah.
It's been there time, and I'm actually gonna go outside and grab this multimeter, and I'm actually gonna test this.
All right.
This
So
heater.
the last thing I want to say is number one, guests again. So we're gonna have Ivanov, Stroinov. Again, it's wrong, but that's APT. He's gonna be coming on. Hopefully this month, maybe next month, depends on when he's done with the new release.
Okay.
Warren Keller is booked for November 17th. Amy Astro is booked for December 17th. And you missed this. I don't know if you heard it if you were online, but looks like we're going to have a recorded show. Tom Bramwell and Filippo.
Nice.
So, and maybe
Prima Luce in the house.
Yeah, maybe the engineer Omar as well. They all might be on, and that's going to be a cool show. So that might be a recorded show that we will play on a Wednesday or Friday in lieu of a live show, just because of the time difference in Italy. But
sure.
But it looks like that's going to happen. So I think that's going to be in January. And we're still going over talking to Filippo, but from what I heard, he's excited about doing it. So
awesome.
So
that'd be awesome, man.
And Pete's bringing some
Pete's working on people too. Yeah, so I mean,
hey,
good.
It's gonna be
it's all good.
Awesome stuff coming. It's all good. Yeah, definitely all good.
Yep, I'm loving it. Like McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Yeah, there it is. All right, guys.
All right.
Oh, you had to say McDonald's. What's the matter with you?
Da-da-da-da-da.
Now I'm hungry.
Oh well. Hey, listen. Tonight, episode 3 of Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll catch it. I'll
catch it
probably
tomorrow.
catch it in the morning. I'll catch it in the morning.
I'm going to UBS Arena for the Islanders tour tomorrow. So
okay.
So their new arena, they're doing a tour. So
yeah, I might come in. I think it's in another week. I'll probably be pulling a Dan and watching the playoffs and stuff like that.
There you go.
So I won't.
No
so I may not be
AstroWorld
online.
during the hockey playoffs. There's no AstroWorld in hockey. Come on.
Right?
Now it's
There's no
right
crying
now
in
hey,
baseball.
sorry. We got and right now I got my boys in the playoffs.
Hey.
I'm gonna be cheering on my boys.
Absolutely, man. Do your family, man. That's what you got to do.
You gotta cheer on my Southsiders, man. So come in October.
Southside.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
All right, fellas. Have a good night. Scott, I'll see you Wednesday.
Yep.
Eric, Wednesday night. And
Yep.
let's see if we can start at like 10-2 on Wednesday. so we can get out. So I don't pull any more gray hairs out of my head, hoping I'm not going to be on the show by myself.
I won't leave you hanging, bud.
No, I know you guys don't. That's not. I'm just saying. But anyway, guys, have a good night. Peace out, and remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you Wednesday. Have a good night. Take care.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Clear skies.
Bye bye. And if I remember to hit the button, there we go.